Alright, so I took off the insulation on the expansion valve. You can see that there is, again, dye right here on this insulator part. How it got there, I don't know, because I don't see no dye. That would be a runoff from here to there. But you can see there is dye splatter in the inside cabin cavity of the evaporator. But there's also dye down here in that screw hole that holds the cover on, this cover on. So I don't know if it's just bleeding so bad from the back of this ring, the pressure coming this way, it's just pushing it back up in here. Because if you look underneath here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, but there is just a lot of dye in here that is just on the back side of this panel. Again, I don't think my camera will get it. But there is just dye back here. You can see it kind of right there underneath. So I don't know if that's just runoff from here dripping down in here and getting into that screw hole, or what it is. But the only thing I can do at this point is buy this pipe assembly, replace it, because I don't see anything at the joint. Right, I don't see nothing here. Let me try to push that back a little bit. I don't see much there other than me probably just standing there right now. It's my fingers. I wish I had a third hand. But you can see, all I can do is just replace this pipe assembly. So I have to order that from the dealership. No one carries that. And come back and try to replace it all again. I already have the evaporator. I already had the expansion valve. I was not anticipating this pipe. So that's where I'm at. Again, you can see the fresh things, but it's hard for me to even look inside the evaporator to see if there's any leaks. Because here's the evaporator, but I don't see no water I don't see no dye down here where the water's pooling at. Well, a little bit of condensation. But inside the evaporator, oh no, look at that. Whether that is a little bit of dye down here at the bottom. Maybe it could just be the evaporator that's bad. Right there. If it was leaking, I would have thought that this whole thing would be sprayed down, not just this little section up here. So I don't see no more dye anywhere else. I'm going up here. Yeah, Papa.
We're gonna leave in like 30 minutes.
Again, this is, yeah. This is the joint. Monday. Or whether that's just dye from overspray. I would think that is dye from overspray. Because I don't see no dye leading into the channels. But other than it. Pare Mila. So I'm thinking the leak may be coming from this back part of the expansion valve. You can just see how it's full of dye back here. So it could just be a bad expansion valve. But that is a brand new expansion valve that's like 3 weeks old. Then again, this evaporator may be replaced, even though it is a new evaporator. Or it could be maybe just the O-ring did not sit right, and it's just spitting back out this way, and it's running off. But again, I don't see a trail of dye that would get back into this hole. See, there's a splatter. There's no dye that runs down into this hole. But yet there's a lot of dye inside that hole. Very confusing here. You just see all the dye back in there. So I'm just gonna buy this part, replace it with the new gasket, and just replace the whole damn thing, because I don't want to be getting back in here no more. You think it's one problem, and not be it, especially with dye splatter.